Hello, my pretties. Thank you so much for coming back. Today's video is going to be a get to know me tag and mukbang. So I'm super excited. It's going to be a little bit different. Ooh, guys, we're not really going to be talking about like makeup, all makeup. It's going to be fun because we're actually going to get into some details about me. So I feel like you guys know so much about like my brand and what I'm trying to do as far as makeup and having this great community of women. And I feel like it's amazing and it makes me so happy. Hold on, I'm trying to get this camera to act right. So today we're just going to do a get to know me tag because everyone has all these questions about like who I am and what I stand for outside of my business. And I feel like it's important that we have this, discussion. So I'm eating some ramen. It is vegan and I have my little chopsticks. So I'm going to eat that while we get through some of these questions. So I'm super excited. I'm going to start them. Hold on. I'm going to start them soon. Let's see who comes on, and if you guys have any questions, we'll get into your questions as well. So I'll answer any questions that you have. If you have any questions and you're watching the replay, put your questions down in the comments and maybe I'll be able to answer them. So let's get into it. First question is, what is your full name? I am Yasmine Lee. I'm not gonna tell you guys my middle name. So what does your name mean? So Yasmine is of Arabic origin. It's like universal. So I know a lot of girls, like it's a Muslim name, it's a Hispanic name, a lot of it's like African, like a lot of different cultures have this name. It's one of the oldest names on earth basically, and it just means God's gift and unique and beautiful flower. That's like basically the name. So it's of Arabic origin, but it's like from the jasmine flower. That's the origin. So yeah, that's my name and that's what it means. If you had a chance to change your name, what would you change it to? I don't know if I would change my name. I feel like my name fits me. Like, do you guys think that, like, what name would you think? Like, if you didn't know my name and you saw me, what would you think my name was? Like, put that in the comments. I want to know what you would think my name was if you were meeting me for the first time and you didn't have any idea what my name was. Where are you from? I am from Texas. I'm a sweet Southern belle. Where were you born? I was born in Texas. Where did you grow up? So, I did a lot of moving. When I was young, I've lived all over the place. Like I've gone to a million different schools. I've gone to a million, I've been in a million different cities and all types of stuff. So I did a lot of moving. I might actually do like a story time about like all the different places that I've been and lived and stuff. I feel like you guys would really enjoy that. What are your best characteristics? I think that people enjoy that I'm a positive person. I'm uplifting, I'm encouraging, I'm authentic, I feel like. So those are my best characteristics, I guess. What are your favorite things about yourself? I think those are my favorite things about myself. I'm a happy person and I'm living life and life is good. So that's it. Let's see. What would your parents have named you if you were the opposite gender? I have no idea. Like my dad told me like when I got older that he wanted to name me Asia. And I was like, really? Asia? And my last name is Lee. So can you imagine my name being Asia Lee? Y'all. So, what is your best physical feature? My favorite physical feature is my eyes. Like, I feel like my eyes are my best feature. Let's see. What's your eye color? My eyes are brown. What inspires me? What inspires you? So I'm inspired by everything. Like I'm one of those people that just like loves life and I'm happy to be alive and I'm inspired by any and everything. I'm inspired by this food that I'm supposed to be eating while I'm doing this get to know me. So what is the most important thing in your life? The most important thing in my life is my family. Hey girl, hey y'all, hey. My family. That's the most important thing. Like nothing matters more than family. what has required the most courage of you in your life so far? This is a good question. The thing that has encouraged, has called the most, required the most courage for me is starting my business, y'all. That was the scariest thing I think I could have possibly done, because I come from a very a background where like you being intelligent is like everything. It doesn't matter what you look like with women using what their looks for anything is like just vain, right? So when I took a step back from being so like being a professional student, right? And I focused on something that genuinely made me happy, that wasn't exactly well received from the people that are around me. That was the scariest thing that I have ever done, because I was just like, well, I'm just kind of gonna jump ship right now, and this is what I want to do. So that was scared because I had no idea how it was gonna be received, and I'm just so happy now that like it's been received well and everybody loves Pretty Privilege. So I'm happy, but that was like the scariest thing I could have ever done, like that I have ever done. Who is your favorite actor? I don't really have a favorite actor. Keanu Reeves. I love myself some Keanu Reeves, okay? What's his name? John Wick is it. Like, that's my husband in my head, y'all. Who is your favorite actress? I don't really have a favorite actress, but shout out to Cicely Tyson because she keeps a job. Who is your favorite celebrity? Y'all know I love the Queen Bee. I feel like she stands for just everything that's right with women. Let's see. Who's your favorite musician? Definitely her. I've seen her in concert, and that woman, the way that she moves is like, it's crazy. Like, it's insane. And she sings live. Like, it's crazy. Who is your favorite person in the world? My mommy and my Granny D. I love my Granny D. I love you, Granny D. If you're watching, you my favorite person in the world. My favorite person in the world, my Granny. What is your favorite childhood memory? Let's see. Like, I feel like any child's favorite childhood memory is like Disney. So Disney. What's your favorite cultural activity? I love a good black church. What's your favorite color? My favorite color is pink, but I don't wear it. I don't wear a lot of it. I think people would think that my favorite color is red because I wear a lot of red, but no, it's pink. Let's see. What is your favorite fairy tale? I like Belle. Belle is my favorite, like, Disney princess. Is that a fairy tale? I think that's a fairy tale. I like Belle. I was not a fan of Cinderella. What is your favorite food? I love, like, blueberries and bananas and stuff like that. So those are my favorite foods. My favorite holiday destination. I just love to be on an island. Take me to the island and I'm fine. Your favorite ice cream flavor? Bluebell, pralines and cream. Oh, no. Is it? Butter pecan by Bluebell. The homemade vanilla by Bluebell. Strawberries and homemade vanilla by Bluebell. Any ice cream by Bluebell is my favorite ice cream flavor. All of the Bluebell flavors. If y'all have tried Bluebell ice cream, what's your favorite flavor? Y'all tell me what your favorite stuff is too. Okay, so what is your favorite physical activity? I am not that girl. I do not exercise often, but my favorite physical activity is, I guess, playing with my dog, running with my dog, because it's fun and I love my little doggy. So what's your favorite quote? I don't really have a favorite quote per se, but I have my favorite Bible verse is John 3:16, and I draw a lot of strength from John 3:16 because I just feel so just loved and embraced by the universe or God, because I know that whatever it is that I want in this life, I can have and achieve because God wants that for me through the sacrifice of Jesus. So that's how I feel. That's my favorite quote, I guess. My favorite snack, I like carrots and hummus. I'm trying to be healthy these days, y'all. I want to say ice cream for everything. Like when I was in high school and stuff, I could literally eat ice cream for breakfast. Like that, like literal obsession. Favorite sport, I like to watch tennis. Favorite time of the day, definitely at night. I'm a night owl. My favorite type of clothing are going to be dresses, of course. So I love dresses. I love heels. So I'm trying to eat because this is a mukbang as well as a get to know me. So let's see. My favorite social media is Facebook because I feel like I've made so many incredible, genuine connections on Facebook. I like Instagram, but I don't post on Instagram often. If you're on here, follow me on Instagram at The Modern Royal. And comment the little pink bow so that I know that you're coming from YouTube or the Pretty Privilege group, and I will follow you back. Let's see. What's your favorite way to pass time? I like to eat. Let's see. What is the name of your favorite restaurant? If you are ever in Texas or Atlanta, and if you're in Texas, it's in the Fort Worth area. You can go to Houston. There's one near Beaumont. Go to Papados, okay? And get the blackened Opelousas with the dirty rice, and make sure that you get the crawfish bisque to pour on the rice with the blackened Opelousas. That's my favorite meal in the whole entire world, and that is my favorite restaurant in the whole entire world. Like when I was in New York for college and I was going home, at that time I think we were in Georgia, I would literally make sure, because my layover would more often than not be in Texas, and if you're in Intercontinental, there's a Papados in the airport. I would make sure that my layover was like an hour or more long just so that I could go to that restaurant and eat, because I missed it just that much of Papados. And I've been eating that same exact meal since I was like a child. What is your all-time favorite town or city? I'll say I love New York. And I love it. It says why. So I love New York because it is, it's everything. Like there's something for everybody. Nobody's playing make-believe with you. It is what it is. I feel a lot of people feel like New Yorkers are mean and rude or whatever, but everybody, I feel like that's kind of the reality of life. Like they're focused on themselves and what it is that they need to do for themselves. And when I went to New York, it completely changed my mindset. It changed me as an individual, as a person. So I love New York. My favorite candlestick is Marshmallow Fireside by White Barn. I think that's like attached to Bed Bath & Beyond. No. What is it? It's attached to, y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Where's your favorite place to take an out-of-town guest? Definitely to eat. Out to eat. What was your favorite subject in high school? Oh, this is good. Math. I'm a nerd. I love math. Let's see. Favorite TV show when you were a child? Like, y'all remember That's So Raven and all that? I used to love Raven Simone when I was young. Are you scared of heights? No. Are you high maintenance? Yes, I am. I am high maintenance. But that's not a bad thing. Every woman should have a standard for herself. Are you more inclined to build your own empire or unleash the potential of others? I think both. I love people. I want everybody to prosper in their own right. So definitely, like, I believe both. I believe that I can build my own empire, and I can also empower other women to want to do what they need to do for themselves as well. So I think I can do both. I don't think I have to choose. Are you more likely to avoid conflict or engage it head on? I think that I'm one of those people that I don't like to do much talking. So either like I'm ignoring you and trying to like protect my energy and like leaving it alone, or you gonna know that I'm here and that this is what we're doing. I'm one of those people. So I definitely like to avoid drama, especially if nothing's gonna come out of it. I'm just like, all right, whatever. But if there's a problem and something needs to be addressed, I'm one of those people. We're gonna have a conversation and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. So I don't think that's, are you a dog person or a cat person? I have a little doggy, but he is high maintenance and he is a spoiled brat, and I understand exactly why people like cats, because I heard that cats are very independent and my dog cannot do anything by himself and it's annoying. Are you a good cook? Yes, I'm a good cook. I'm a Southern woman, y'all. I'm a Southern woman. Are you a fan of any sports team? Not so much. I'll be honest, I don't really watch sports, but I love LeBron. Wherever LeBron goes, that's my favorite team. And I'm just gonna put a little something out there for the Cowboys because I'm a Texan. So let's see. Are you an early adopter or a late adopter? I don't know what that means. If you had more courage, what would you do differently in your life now? I'd probably just be traveling more. Like you guys know, I spent a whole year in Belize, which was like crazy, but I enjoyed myself. I thought it was, whatever. But if I had more courage, I would do more things like that. Like I would just go live in other countries and like, be fulfilled in that way. Because I feel like traveling just enriches you in so many different ways. You learn a lot about yourself. And I was there by myself. Like, of course I had people to come visit me and stuff, but when you live in a different place and you're like immersed in the culture, it just transforms you. So I did a lot of growing up. And I probably wouldn't go live in another like Caribbean country, like, or anything like that, but I'd probably, take a trip to Europe and stay there for a couple years. So that's definitely it. What's the weirdest thing you've seen in your life? I don't know. I might have to come back to that. Who is the best teacher that you ever had? Oh my gosh, Dr. O'Neill at Greenbrier High School changed my life. If y'all know Dr. O'Neill from Greenbrier High School in Evans, Georgia, just love on him and hug him. That man like poured into me like you wouldn't even believe. Like, I love him. Like, he's the reason why I decided to go to New York for school. He's the reason why I decided that I wanted to go in the career field that I wanted to go in. Like, he made me want to go vegan when I was in high school. Like, I learned so much about life and just to appreciate and love life from him. Like, that man was just incredible. And yeah, I love Dr. O'Neill. So shout out to Dr. O'Neill. I owe you. Who was the first person you call when something exciting happens? Either my mom or my grandmother. Who was the first person you call when something horrible happens? I know I probably shouldn't say this, but my boyfriend. My boyfriend or my dad. Somebody needs to help me, okay? I'm calling a man if something bad happens. Who was the worst boss you ever had? I've never had a job, so I can't answer that question. Can you close your eyes and raise your eyebrows? Was that hot? Was that hot? Okay, let's see. Can you do a split? Yes, I can do a split. Can you touch your nose with your tongue? I don't know if I should try that or not. No, I can't. Can you whistle? Okay. Can you dance? Yeah, I think I can dance. I got some moves. Let's see. Do you remember your dreams? Actually, y'all, I'm one of those people. I don't remember my dreams. And like if I do have a dream, it's always about like either something super weird that I have to like decode and figure out what it means, or it's about like a person. And like if I have a dream about a person, then it's like real deal, and it's something that I definitely need to pay attention to. Like I'm one of those people. I don't really have dreams. Or I don't remember them, as they say. Do you save old greeting cards and letters or throw them away? I save all my cards and stuff like that. Like I'm really sentimental. I love stuff like that. I don't. Do you sing in the shower? No. Do you sleep with the lights on or off? I sleep with the lights off. I didn't know that people slept with the lights on. If you sleep with the lights on, comment below. Let's see. Kissing or cuddling? Both. I don't know. Do you prefer Titanic or The Notebook? I haven't seen either one. Like, I've never seen Titanic and I've never seen The Notebook. So maybe that's a bad thing. I don't know. But I've never seen either one of those movies. Don't kill me. Which one is the best one, y'all? Let me know. Do you have a catchphrase? I don't really have a catchphrase, but if somebody's doing something crazy, then I'm definitely like mental illness. Which is not fun. It's not a joke. Mental illness is not funny, but I say that. Do you have a garden? No, but I wish I did. That's really one thing that I look forward to in the future, is like having fig trees and making jam and gardening with my children and living off the land. Let's see. Do you have a hidden dream that you've never shared with anyone? I do, actually. Do you have a whole lot of acquaintances or just a few very close friends? I have a lot of acquaintances. Like, I have, like, I'm one of those people. I'm like a very personable individual, so I have a lot of acquaintances. And do you have just a few very close friends? And I do have a few very close friends. Like, there's only a couple people that I can really like have that real conversation with. You know what I mean? Do you have any allergies? I'm allergic to penicillin, which is really weird, but penicillin. Do you have any pets? Yes, I have a little Cavachon. His name is Bentley. Bentley! Come here, Bentley. You guys want to see Bentley? Come here. I'll show you Bentley. I love my little doggy. And he's so cute, guys. He has on a sweater today. Bentley has on a sweater today. Hi, Bentley. So he looks like a little man. And he's a little Cavachon. So he's mixed with, what is it? King Cavalier and a Bichon Frise. That's my, my little baby. Okay, let's see. Do you hold any convictions that you'd be willing to die for? Women should be feminine and men should be masculine, and all that entails. Do you carry a donor card? I don't think that I'm a donor. Y'all not taking my organs. I want to be whole when I go into the ground. Do you believe ignorance is bliss? Yes, I believe ignorance is bliss. And why or why not? I believe that ignorance is bliss because you can't miss anything that you've never had. And I mean, people that are ignorant are the most happy. And I believe that that term, like, you know, I hate to like get all spiritual or whatever, but like the eating of the apple on the tree of life, I believe that the downfall of humanity is that unveiling of the truth, right? The reality of the life that we live in. So I believe that once you know something, there's no going back. And once you see something, there's no going back. So definitely ignorance is bliss. Do you believe in love at first sight? Hasn't happened to me, but I can't say that that's not true. Who performs the most random acts of kindness out of everyone you know? My boyfriend. Definitely. Like, definitely. Who sent the last text message you received? Let me check. Ooh, my friend Taryn. Hi, Taryn. Who was your first boyfriend or girlfriend? It doesn't count. Who was your first celebrity crush? Y'all remember B5? B5 like was a big thing when I was in like middle school. And I loved Patrick from B5. Like that was like my husband in my head, y'all. Who was your first friend in college? Mariella. Oh, maybe I shouldn't like say names because I don't know like if people are gonna be offended or whatever. I won't say her last name, but she had the coolest last name that I have ever heard like in my life. And yeah, we had a really great run. That was my first friend in college. Who would you tell first if you found a dead body in your garden? That would be between me and God. Your most used swear word? Shh. My star sign? What does that mean? Is that like my my sun sign? I'm a Libra. I'm a Libra woman through and through. What scares you about aging? Being sick. I don't want to be sick. How difficult is it for you to be honest, even when your words may be hurtful or unpopular? I say what needs to be said, or I don't say anything. Let's see. How far away from your birthplace do you live now? Really far. Oh, not so far. I'm there often. My property there, so it's fine. How has your birth order or characteristics of siblings affected you? I am an only child, so I guess I'm vain, I'm impulsive, I'm dependable. What else do they say about only children? I am I'm quite selfless. I'm not selfish. Like, I'll share. Let's see. How many countries have you been to? A lot. A lot of countries. How many boyfriends or girlfriends have you had? I only count one. Let's see. How many rings before you answer the phone? I don't know. I'm not one of those people that counts the rings on my phone. How many tattoos do you have? I don't have any tattoos, guys. How old do you think you'll be when you get married? I don't know, but I thought that I was gonna be married by like 20 with like, and by 25 I was gonna have a couple kids, but life changes. Which store would you choose to max out your credit card? Amazon. Let's see. How old were you when you found out that Santa wasn't real? I was quite young. Like, I was still in elementary school. I was probably like 6. And it was because my mom handed me a gift and it said to Yaz from Santa. And I was like, you're Santa? Like, it was before Christmas. She just like gave it to me to go put under the tree. And I was like, what? And then she tried to tell me that Santa gave it to her to to give to me to put under the tree. And I wasn't with the shit, okay? So then after that, my mom was like, everybody, she like flipped it to say, everybody can be a Santa. And being a Santa just means that you're a good person, right? So you can be a Santa and I can be a Santa and everybody can be a Santa. And so then after that, we would always do things to help other people. And that was us being a Santa. So that was how I found out that Santa wasn't real. And that's the spin that my mom put on it so that I would like be okay with knowing that Santa wasn't real. So y'all let me know, when did you find out that Santa wasn't real? Because that was actually a really interesting question. Okay. Would you ever consider living abroad? I have lived abroad. I lived in Korea when I was like young. I actually started school in Korea. That's why I graduated early and everything, because I was like kind of advanced. I went we were in Daegu, or Daegu as they call it now. And then I lived by myself in Belize, which was an experience, and I'll give y'all the story time when it's the right time. It was interesting. So, have you forgiven yourself for past personal failures? Why or why not? That is like a really good question. Yeah, anything that's ever happened for a reason, and I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. So, have you ever dated 2 people at a time? No, a lady would never. Have you ever been in a beauty pageant? Yes, I was in pageants when I was quite young. We actually have like one of the rooms in the house, I don't know where it's at, but has like all of my trophies and all that stuff. So I was a pageant girl when I was young. Let's see. Have you ever taken self-defense lessons? Yes, I did MMA when I was in high school, which was really fun, and it was beneficial. I've never had to use my skills, but and then I took another self-defense class when I was in Belize, and I know how to break an arm, snap a neck, break a leg, all that stuff. And you know, medical school kind of teaches you where to poke them and stick them, so I could kill somebody with my bare hands, I'm sure. Have you ever visited a country outside your continent? Yeah, I just said. And we do a lot of traveling like in the Caribbean and stuff, so yeah. At what age did you go on your first date? I don't know, maybe like 15, 16. Which celebrity do you wish was your sister? I don't know. Can I say Oprah, or is that unpopular right now? What flavor tea do you enjoy? I like green tea and oolong tea. What is one thing that you would rather pay someone to do than do yourself, and why? Clean. For obvious reasons. I don't want to do it, so I'd rather pay somebody to do it. What is the first amusement park you've been to? Maybe like a Moody Gardens, or no, Astro World. Is that what it was called? It was this. There's this amusement park that was in Houston when I was a kid, and we used to go there all the time. And I think it was called Astro World. So that's the very first amusement park I've ever been to. What is the last compliment you got? I don't know. Maybe someone just told me that I was pretty, or someone actually thanked me for like some knowledge that I gave them, and they told me that I was like, you know, a wealth of knowledge, and that like made me happy. I feel like I get more excited about compliments like you're such a good person, or you're so sweet, or you know, something about like my character, more so than like, oh, you're so beautiful, because like it's just like what I look like, you know what I mean? And I like different sort of compliments, so I love when someone compliments my character. Let's see. What is the most boring movie you've ever watched? Pride and Prejudice. What's the worst grade that you got on a test? Biostatistics. Senior year. No. Organic chemistry. I think I got like a 50 something on an exam in organic chemistry. But I got to retake it, and I got an 80 something, so it was fine. But the lowest grade I ever got was like a 50 something in Orgo. What is the furthest away place you've been? Belize is close, so maybe Korea. Where would you want to retire? I want to retire anywhere that I can just have like 1,000,000 acres of land and just like be happy and content with my family and my children. And I want to make jam and pick lemons off my lemon tree. Like that's like my vision. I don't want to be anywhere special. I just want to have a whole bunch of land away from everyone and everything. And it's going to happen. Thank you, Jesus. Hey, gorgeous. Hey, y'all. So, let's see. What do you like about your home? It's cozy. I like that my house is cozy. What do you love about living in your neighborhood? It's quiet and I don't have to worry about anything. Like, it's so quiet. There's a lot of older people that live in my neighborhood, so it's really just like calm. Like, I like go and take my dog for a walk. I like go and take my dog for a walk, and like I'm just saying hi to the neighbors and living my little life, and that's like it. I love my neighborhood. Who is your favorite beauty guru and why? Oh my gosh, that's such a good question. Okay, that's such a good question. I used to absolutely love and adore Time the Infamous. She doesn't really do videos that much anymore, but she really inspired me to just like go for it and like do it, because she used to do such wild colors and she was like such a girl's girl, and I love Time. Like, to this day I love her, but and what she stands for, like, right? But now I'm really kind of like, I'm really warming up to Jackie Aina, and it's because she's so like real. Like, she like says what's real, y'all, you know, and I love that about Jackie. I am so happy she's feeling better. I am so happy that Time is feeling great too. And another reason why I love her is because she talks about exactly what she's going through. So what was she talking about? She was talking about how she was getting sick from her breast implants, and she did a video, and it wasn't just like, oh, look at me, I'm so pretty, blah blah blah. She was like, you bitches need to get in line and understand that you're doing this because you want to look a certain way, but it's affecting you and your health. And that video, and you know, everything she talks about, like why she doesn't eat meat, she's like really into all this like holistic stuff. I love it. Okay, so let's see. Jackie is my girl. Me too. I love my sister Jackie. Let's see. What is your usual bedtime? Like 3 a.m. What kind of books do you like to read? I like to read a lot of like self-help books, and like I read a lot of like manifestation and power of your subconscious mind sort of books. Law of attraction, manifestation, all that stuff. Those are like my favorite books to read. What is the last book you read? I actually reread this book. It's called Your Faith is Your Fortune. And the book is really good. It's not palatable to like a lot of people, but I love like law of attraction and everything, but I'm also like I guess I consider myself a Christian, non-denominational faith, whatever. Like, I believe in the power of the universe, but I feel like my path to the source, right, is through like God and Jesus and everything. So I don't judge anyone else for their religion, because I understand that it's just a pathway to get to the source. So whatever you believe in, but you got to do what you got to do to connect yourself to the source. So anyway, God, Jesus, the Bible, that's my path to connect with the source. And this particular book, the guy tells you Bible scriptures. Like, he like puts the Bible scripture, and then he tells you exactly why it's divine law and what exactly it means, reference like law of attraction. So I remember there's a, like, you know, one of my favorite lines in one of my favorite Bible scriptures, like I am that I am, right? Like, just I am that I am, like I am who I say I am. I am whatever. And he says it like, or in the beginning was God, or in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was of God, and like all that stuff, right? And then he says, in the beginning was the unconscious mind, and like along the journey, that unconscious mind became conscious, right? And then he talks about how like you are a creator, and what that scripture means as far as you being able to manifest the life that you want to have for yourself. And when I tell you, that book like transformed me. I read it a long time ago when I was in undergrad, and I literally just like 4 years ago I read that book. And this week I've been needing that good push, like, you know, I am who I say I am. And I reread that book, and it's incredible. So I definitely recommend that book. That's the last book I read, and that's the type of books that I like to read. What book are you reading at the moment? I literally just finished that book, so If you have a book, a suggestion for a book, put in the comments so I can check it out. Let's see. What is the last film you saw? A Fall from Grace. And it was interesting. It was interesting. I thought that movie was a comedy. What is the strangest thing that you believed as a child? I don't know. I don't really have any like strange beliefs that I believed as a child. I don't know. Oh, that like what is it that like I don't know. I don't have any weird beliefs. What kind of car do you drive? A nice one. Let's see. What piece of technology can you not live without? My phone. I'm one of those people that is addicted. But I'm not really on social media like that. Like only to talk to you guys and love on y'all. That's really it. What celebrity do you wish was your brother? I wish that Jay-Z was my brother so that he could take very good care of me. Let's see. And that I could also be in close proximity with Beyonce. Really. What position do you sleep in? I sleep on my back. What religion will you raise your children to practice? I don't know. And I've thought about, I want to raise my children to be just very open. So I feel like religion, like in kids, teaches them like morals and values and stuff. So I definitely want them to have a certain structure, right? And I understand that a lot of people like attach themselves to religion and churches and everything as like that structure that is necessary for them to uphold a certain standard. So I definitely will get back to y'all on how I'll be raising my children, but I'm not sure like how I'll raise them because I went to a private Catholic, right? And we're not Catholic. I have apostles and preachers and pastors in my family, and they have non-denominational churches, and I like all types of Christianity and all these different denominations of faith. So I don't know how I would raise my children. We'll see what my husband brings to the table and what he thinks. What is the best news you ever received? I don't know, probably like my happiest times were like when I got accepted to the schools that I've gone to. So those have been like my happiest times. The first concert you ever attended, Ruben Studdard. I don't know where he's at now, but that's the first concert I ever attended. What was the first tattoo you got? I don't have any tattoos. What was the last thing you bought? Food. I got some vegan ramen, y'all. Well, I mean, I kind of ate it, but I got some room because this was supposed to be a mukbang. Get ready with me. What was your first ever cell phone? A Razor. When I was in like 4th grade, I had a Razor, and I was that girl with my Razor. Y'all remember the Razor? Oh, she said, I wish I could read more. If it isn't on Audible, I'm probably not going to read it. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I'm a cheater, LOL. Girl, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I do the same thing. And most of the time, I just get my books offline. I just put them in ebooks. I mean, in the file section. Oh, speaking of books, if you guys have any good books, like about like self-esteem and confidence and all that stuff, put them in the book. Put them in the group. Put them in the Pretty Privileged group, because people... I feel like we need to be having these conversations. So yeah. What would you name your daughter if you had one? Oh my gosh. Oh, girls, we're gonna get into names. Okay, so I want all of my children's names to end like in "un." Like my grandfather's name, it was Washington, and I just love like the strength that's in that name. So all my sons, Washington, Princeton, Jackson, like all those like kind of names. I love that. And for a girl, I really like Kensington. Call her Kinsey. So I would name my daughter Kensington and call her Kinsey. I know that's like super, but I really like those names for children. I'm not gonna give y'all my names, but I'd probably name my daughter Kensington, and I'd probably name my son Washington, or he'd be like a junior and I just call him Deuce. Like whoever, my husband, his name, I would just give him a junior or the second, and then I'd call my son Deuce, but he would be the second. So I've thought about a few things. So yeah. What is your strongest sense? If you had to give up on one of your senses, which would it be? That's a cool question. So my strongest sense is my intuition. Okay, my intuition is so strong. I know who I am and I know who you are. Okay, that is my strongest sense. But I know that's not what they're saying. My strongest sense would probably be I can hear very well. Like, it's insane the way that my hearing is crazy. Let's see. If I could give up on one, what would it be? Smell. I don't care. It's fine. Let's see. You said you are such a rich white lady. Girl, yes. Yeah, I feel it in my spirit. This is the life that I'm supposed to be living, and I'm living my best Caucasian life, and it is amazing, and it's grand, and life is great, and it's great. It's good. Yes, it is. So, let's see. What do you dislike about living in your neighborhood? I don't really dislike nothing. I love my neighborhood. Like I said, it's quiet, it's calm. I don't have to worry about nothing. Like, life is good. What is the best part of your job? I don't have a job, but I guess I consider pretty privileged my job. The best part of my job is that I get to communicate with women that love the things that I love, and that makes me happy. Like, I love y'all for real. What's the hardest part of your job? Like, I don't know. There's nothing hard. Just that I can't like be around you guys and actually in your faces, because I feel like I hope you guys can feel my energy, because I want to be like in your face. Like, do y'all feel my energy? Am I being weird? Okay, let me stop. But that's really the truth. Like, that's the hardest part, is that I can't actually just like touch you guys and love on you guys and like be around you guys and really just like, because I feel like we're in such intimate space with each other, but we don't have that like closeness that, like I just be wanting to just love, like just, I love y'all, I want your job. You are living the life. Girl, thank you. I received that. Okay, let's see. How do you replenish your energy? With a bucket of ice cream and some ratchet television. Housewives. I replenish my energy by watching Housewives. What about religion has changed for you as you've aged? Ooh, that's a good question, y'all. That's a good question. What about religion has changed you as you've aged? I'm no longer like judgmental or anything of the sort when it comes to other people and their religions. I feel like I'm very just like open to other people and their ideologies, because I recognize that we're all just trying to do the best that we can, and we're all just trying to connect to the same source. So however it is that how people connect with the source, I support it and I love it, and that's how my ideals about religion have changed, because I used to be very like, this is what the Bible says and the Bible says that, and there are still people like that in my family that I love and adore and appreciate, and I recognize, and I recognize the validity in their thought process. So that's really what's changed for me about religion. What dreams have you given up on as unrealistic? None. You can do anything. I can do anything. I do feel like I've kind of gone down different paths, and then I've recognized what fit or didn't fit for my personality type or the type of life that I wanted to lead. So I guess I can say that. What has been the hardest thing for you to face or learn? I talked about this earlier in one of the other groups. Links are all in the description, y'all, for the groups that I'm in. And about how like nobody cares. Nobody cares whether you eat or starve. Like, nobody cares whether your business is successful or it fails, or nobody cares. And that was like, I was like, wait, what? Like, I'm really out here, by my lonely. And that's the reality of the situation. Nobody cares if it fails. Like, you have to be the one to take responsibility for everything that you've got going on with yourself. And when I came to that realization, everything changed. Yes, my motto is, if Donald Trump can be president, anything is possible. Yes, it is. Okay? Our president is the king of manifestation. Do you want to talk about it? Donald J. Trump is the king of manifestation. Okay? All right? That man does and goes with the flow of whatever is in his best interest at every single turn. And it doesn't even matter what's going on around him, because he's centered in him and the source got they got a connection, girl. They got a connection. Our president is in there like swimwear with the universe. So yes, girl, the king of manifestation. If you want to be real. Okay, so what is hard about being a parent? I'm not a parent, so I can't speak on that. Let's see. Did your mother go to college? Yes, she did. My mom has a few degrees, and yeah. Did your mother? Yeah, she did. That's a very odd question. How often do you skip breakfast? Most of the time. I'm not really big on that. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest and 1 being the lowest, rate your fashion sense. A 10. Rate your driving skills. A 5. But my car has like the sensors, like when somebody's driving past me, or let's say I'm like veering off into the lane, my car will literally like correct me. Or like if somebody's passing me, I get a little beep beep beep, like over, like it'll like do the side beep beep beep, and then I can like, you know, get my attention. So, and I can park, like I got the thing to tell me how to back in and everything. So my driving is a 10 thanks to my vehicle. But if I didn't have that, like I had been in the past a couple of accidents that could have been avoided. I'll say that. Let's see. One thing you know now that you wish you had known as a kid. That is a good question. I feel like, I don't know. That's such a good question. Oh my goodness. Basically that, you know what? I mean, I know it now, and I feel like I did kind of know this as a kid, but just that anything is possible and that you really can do any and everything. Like if you can see it in your head, it can happen. So, which animals scare you the most and why? Birds. I don't like birds. Let's see. Let's see. If you could trade lives with one person, who would it be and why? Oh my gosh. That is such a great question. Okay, if I could trade lives with anyone, who would it be and why? Oh, that's a good question. It's not even like a celebrity or anything. I would want to trade places with a wealthy woman with a masculine provider husband who lives on 100 acres of land and has a basketball team of children that are riding dirt bikes on the property and by the tennis court, by the basketball court, next to the bowling alley at the house, in the trees with the gate and the mile-long driveway up to the door. That's who I want to trade lives with. Okay? Because that's the vision that I have for myself. The woman that's making jam in the summertime. Okay? That's what I want to be doing. What do you want to do for a living? I want to make jam for my family. And I want to garden. Thank you for coming in with me on this fantasy, or this, you know, my future. Let's see. What did you want to be when you grew up? I always wanted to be a physician. Always. And an author. I've always kind of wanted to write, but that didn't. Yeah, let's see. Are you a hoarder? No. I hoard makeup. I have a lot of makeup. Do you know how to pump your own gas? I could pump my own gas if I had to, but I'd rather not. Do you really know all the words to your national anthem? Maybe. What do you find yourself always procrastinating? Making videos. What do you think about the most? I think about the future like all the time. I'm literally obsessed with creating a loving and happy environment. Like I'm obsessed with that. What do you like to write about? I used to write about literally everything. Like when I was young, I literally like wrote like a little book and it had a cover and everything. And it was like fiction. Like you remember, oh my gosh, like Blueford High, or you know those books. Like when I was in middle school, I was like I was reading like these grown books about like life and all that stuff, like fiction. And I would like write my own little excerpts and stuff about that. So I used to read a lot when I was a kid, but now I would most likely want to write about like self-help and finding your happy place and dwelling in your happy place and stuff like that. So now I feel like I don't do much writing, but I do a lot of scripting myself about what I want for myself and how I want to what I want to manifest and stuff. So I would love to write a book about how you can do that for yourself and have a great, you know, manifest the life that you want for yourself. So I would love to, that's like my lane where I would like to stay in that lane. Is your father bald? Yes, my father is bald and my stepdad is also bald. Can't wait to read your books. Scripting is life-changing. Thank you, girl. If I could actually sit down and write, you know, if I could just sit down and write, I totally would. I might do it. Y'all might see something from me soon. I feel like now I kind of have the freedom to do it. So you can't wait, girl. I feel like I hope that people would be I would be helpful to people. Y'all know what my favorite self-help book is? Y'all, or the first self-help book I ever read was y'all don't laugh, okay? It was Amber Rose's How to Be a Bad Bitch. How to Be a Bad Bitch changed everything for me. Like when I was in college, when I was in undergrad, I used to have such a hard time with like making connections with people and like everything, because it was a completely different culture. Like I'm a Southern woman, I'm a happy woman, I'm like that, I got that energy, right? And I was in New York and these girls were like, I mean, just miserable and everything, like just hated life, right? And I was finding myself and enjoying all these things that I want and that I wanted to, you know, have and do like for myself, you know what I mean? And I read How to Be a Bad Bitch and I stopped giving a fuck about everything. Sorry, I'm cursing, but my apologies. I stopped caring about everything. I was like, all right, I'm going to get my look together. I found my look. Like this is my look, right? I envisioned the woman that I wanted for myself, what she looked like, what she did. Like that book had tips on like your finances, which was great. Amber Rose was telling you save your money. Okay, work on your body. You never know who you're gonna meet. You never like. I mean, that book was bomb. If I can find that book, I'm gonna put it in the group. So don't judge me. Like I know that it's a little raunchy for some people, but How to Be a Bad Bitch was the first self-help book that I read, and I still abide and live by a lot of the things that I learned in that book. So don't knock Amber Rose. That was the #1 bestseller for a reason. Record yourself, then get it transcribed. I don't know. Maybe that would be a good idea. Maybe that'd be a good idea. If I could find somebody that could help me like get that stuff in order, I would definitely do it. Cause that's my dream. Like I would just love to like take this relationship that like we're all building and just like talk to you guys in all these different forms. Like if I could write books that people would love and enjoy, then I would totally do it. And yeah, completely separate from the LU community. Completely separate. Let's see. When did you immediately click with someone you just met? I do that often. Why? I always click with positive people. Like if you're like genuinely positive people, like not just people that talk the talk, but people that are like doing it and living it and manifesting. So let's see. What nonprofit do you believe in supporting? Myself. What piece of art did you see that you've never forgotten? Okay, these are like some kind of odd questions. Let's see. If you win big in the lottery, how long will you wait to tell people? When the check is cleared, we can have a conversation. When was the last time you got in a fist fight? I'm not gonna fight you. I will tase you and you'll be flopping like a fish and I will watch you. I don't fight, but I can. And the reason why I don't fight is because of the knowledge that I've gotten from like being in being like taking MMA and taking all these self-defense classes. Like the reason why I don't fight or haven't you know, I don't like to get involved with that stuff is because I know I know that I can break your hand. I know that I can break your arm. Like I know the damage that I can do. So I would much rather not allow myself to get to that point, because if I snap your neck, like that is like that's kind of, I can kind of, you know, so I don't like to get physical with people because of the like knowledge that I have on self-defense. When did you suffer your first heartbreak? When my grandfather passed away. That was like the first heartbreak I ever experienced. Neck snapper, LOL. Yeah. I will, yeah. I know I could break a nose, snap a wrist, like it's nothing. So that's why I don't like to get physical with people. If you could save just one, would you rather save humanity or the earth? I would just save the earth, because everything else that's gonna happen is just gonna happen. So, y'all, how many questions have I asked? Where are we? Okay, y'all, we have, okay, these are a bunch of questions. I feel like I'm not even gonna get through all these questions. So I'm about to get off live because I feel like I've been on here for quite some time. I hope that everyone's gotten a whole bunch of information on me and this get to know me was helpful and that you enjoyed it. I don't know if it's still considered a mukbang because I wasn't really like stuffing my face like that. So I love y'all and I will see you in the next video.